you, Dave. 7:34, -6, give or take, at the airport this morning. Good morning, everyone. The Calgary Stampeders are waking up in the city of Vancouver this morning. The football team arriving last night with their eye on the big prize. Running back John Cornish quite literally reminding everyone this is the year of the horse. Cornish all decked out in his cowboy gear.
Living in Calgary, you got to have your Stampede gear ready. And actually this year I didn't have the opportunity to go out for Stampede because I was in my house in the dark room. So I got this new shirt. I was like, let's put it to use. So I think we sort of have our mojo, our cowboy swagger. And, you know, hopefully we can utilize that during the game.
It's a very exciting time. I mean, we're coming here to fight for the goal, the ultimate goal that, you know, we've been working this entire time to get to. So obviously it's exciting, but you know, you got to take it with a grain of salt because, you know, it can be very bittersweet and in the wrong way.
It's the Grey Cup. If you're not excited about being at the Grey Cup, you're in the wrong business. Our guys need to be very focused this week. There'll be a lot of extracurricular things going on, and they have to have some structure to their day and get ready to play a good football team.
The 102nd Grey Cup Festival kicks off today. CFL awards are tomorrow night, and the big game, of course, Sunday. Kickoff just after 4 p.m. at BC Place in Vancouver. Our Stampeders are hoping to see a lot of red and white in the stands in Vancouver. Being there is possible, but it's not cheap. Tickets are still available at BC Place. Prices for Grey Cup tickets range from $175 to $445 per seat. Flights and hotels, though, are becoming more expensive by the day. A lot of local travel agencies, including the Flight Center, offering all kinds of packages.
Call in. We have packages that include your hotel and Grey Cup tickets and VIP access to the parties. Different packages, so some that don't include the Grey Cup tickets, and then the other ones that do. So, and they range from around $1,000 to $2,200.
You can also check out Dash Tours, Air Canada, and WestJet. Jump On is also doing a same-day flight this Sunday. You fly in Sunday morning and fly home after the game on Sunday. You need to be quick, though, online, because at last check, there are only a couple dozen seats left. It's now 7:37. Medical workers in smaller communities often miss out on emergency room training because of time and distance issues. That's why STARS, the Shock Trauma Air Rescue Society, goes on the road with a mobile education lab to train doctors, nurses, and even some home care workers. Inside this bus type of facility, STARS uses a realistic, high-tech mannequin called iStan, which can act like a real patient in trouble. The human simulator gives first responders the confidence they need to deal with complex, life-threatening medical and trauma issues.
iStan is basically a high-fidelity mannequin that does pretty much anything a human does. He breathes in oxygen, breathes out carbon dioxide and nitrogen, just like we do. He's got pulses that it breathes, he talks, and you can give him medication and treat him just like you would a real patient.
The STARS mobile simulator goes to 45 rural communities every year. It is 7:38, time to focus on business. The price of oil touching a 4-year low. Business editor Mike Epple joining us now. Mike, crude dropping in price ahead of a big announcement tomorrow.
Yes, below $74 per barrel to start the trading day, Ted. The main reason, the oil minister out of Saudi Arabia sending some signals to the market in comments to reporters ahead of tomorrow's meeting in Vienna, saying, well, why should we as a cartel cut production? Why doesn't the U.S. cut production and other producers to stabilize the market? That's basically a signal saying that OPEC's not going to cut production. So that's a sell signal. And we're watching the price for oil accelerate to the downside. We're tracking it and the implications it could have for the Canadian markets, the TSX, energy stocks specifically. Of course, it could all dramatically change in the next 24 hours. Having said all that, today is the day before the U.S. Thanksgiving break for Americans, and for many it's a 4-day weekend. Actually, it could even be a 5- or 6-day weekend. Today is pretty much the busiest travel day of the year in the United States, and on the eastern seaboard, not the best weather. A lot of flights already canceled because of inclement weather, so that's a bit of a hiccup for a travel industry which was looking for a lot of activity because jet fuel's cheaper than expected it was going to be. The price for gasoline for Americans to fill up $2.83 per gallon on average. It's a lot cheaper some places. So they do have a little bit of a benefit there if they're going shopping. And 140 million Americans are expected to spend some money either online or at the mall this weekend for the U.S. Thanksgiving shopping extravaganza. And of course, they start with their online sales earlier than typical tomorrow. And here's a shock. Justin Bieber apparently is an investor in a selfie app. It's called Shots. And earlier this week, the chief financial officer of Twitter sent out well, it was supposed to be a personal message. It went public on Twitter, quickly deleted, but he indicated they're looking at buying something. So it was, well, what are they going to buy? The talk is they're thinking about buying Shots, which is a smaller version of Instagram. But Bieber could be making some money. Shots saying, though, we're not interested in being sold. But nevertheless, Twitter might be looking at that as an investment opportunity. Investors haven't been pleased with the stock this year. It's down 39% year to date. Ted, back to you.
All right, thank you, Mike. The Bieber factor, we'll have to see how that plays out. All right, that's business editor Mike Eppel. You can hear Mike on 660 News in Calgary at 26 and 56 after the hour.